JTO Show back here, back for our 25-26 season predictions. We've been away for a little minute, but we're back for the season. We're planning on dropping more videos, hopefully weekly, but we'll see. We're basically planning on doing predictions or reviews of the weekend's results, maybe some FPL videos snuck in there. And yeah, man, I'm Tom. This is Jack. Jack, how you doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. How's it going? We've
All
been uh,
good?
we've been hibernating, but we've been
Exactly.
researching
We've been deep in
facts,
research.
statistics. This is going to be a full
We've
on
been on
videos.
scouting missions as well. Like, don't you worry, guys. We're clued up, and yeah, we're back.
We got some
So
banging
yeah.
predictions coming up. Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is going to be our table prediction for the upcoming Premier League season. We're going to start off with Jack's table. So Jack, do the honors.
I'll do the honors. Let me just share my screen here.
There we go. Very formal setting for this as well. We've got to have a
Cool.
proper meeting.
As you can see, these are my predictions for the upcoming season. I was meant to write 86 points instead of 76, so great start by me. In last place, I've gone with Wolves. I think Wolves did struggle last season. They had the manager change and they managed to salvage their season a bit. I think they were relying on Cunha a lot, and also the other teams dropping a lot of points. They were in the relegation zone for quite a while under Gary O'Neill. I think they've lost Larson and they've lost Cunha, and I think they don't have enough going forward. And I think their defense is also a bit leaky. I
Bottom's
can't see them
a
getting.
mad shout. You think they'll do worse than Leeds and Burnley?
Yeah, so I mean, I think Wolves are just gonna sort of give up after they'll get to Christmas. They wouldn't have got many wins, and I can't see. I think this is their time. I think they've reached it. They've also had financial problems the last few years. I think it's their time. And I'm looking this year to for one of the promoted sides to break the cycle of avoiding relegation. So I've gone with Sunderland to stay up, and I've gone with Leeds and Burnley to be relegated because I haven't followed Burnley too much, but I know that Daniel Farke is a very attacking manager. I don't think they have enough to stay in the league compared to the other teams. I mean, when you look at the teams around them, I don't think that Leeds and Burnley will be able to compete with the likes of West Ham and Brentford, who I've got close to the relegation zone.
Yeah, you've got West Ham very
Um,
low there, mate.
yeah, I've done that solely based on the fact that I don't think Graham Potter has what it takes to build that West Ham team, especially if you guys start the season slowly. I think if you don't win one of your first three games, I think it could be tough. I think it get toxic. And I've gone for West Ham in 17. Similar reason for Brentford. I think they've lost Mbeumo, they've lost Norgard, they've lost a great manager. There'll be a lot of
Yeah,
changes around
they've
the
been
stadium.
decimated this season. They've
Yeah, and there's a possibility that Wissa goes as well.
well,
So I
yeah,
can't see
even if he
them.
stays, he won't be playing for another month or so. He's not got any
Yeah,
preseason, so yeah, it's a fair shout. Brentford in 16th, mate. So you got
yeah, and the amount
Sunderland
of
to
goals
stay
lost
up.
by. Yeah, so I've gone. They've spent big. They've got a big summer signing in Xhaka. I think he'll be a solid signing for them. I haven't seen a promoted side get a signing like that lately. That he's still playing well. He was still really good for Leverkusen.
Hmm.
Um, I think he can lead them into 15th place. They're a big team, big stadium. Fans will get behind them. I think they'll carry that momentum from the last minute winner from the playoff final to survive this year. Next three teams, I mean, Fulham is Fulham. They'll get points on the board. They've got a good team, good manager. Nothing
Yeah,
special, I think. Um, Not many signings.
you got Forest in
Forest, I
13th.
think, yeah, I think they were sort of found out after Christmas last season, or I think it was February when they started to lose a lot of games. They have a great manager. They've also got European football, so I think come the weekend they might be a bit leggy. So
So I've just seen your
we'll
top
see about
four,
that.
mate. I've just clocked your top four. I'm a bit surprised by that, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I think there'll be a few surprises this season. I'm very speculative. So Spurs. I mean
Yeah,
Spurs
speaking
last
of
night.
surprises, you put Spurs 12th. Yeah, for the record, everyone, this is Thursday the 14th. Season starts tomorrow. We've given ourselves every possible chance to have like all the information we need. As I said, we've been on scouting
Exactly.
missions.
The
So yeah,
reason for that, even last night in the Super Cup, Spurs 2-0 lead. They were set up so well under Thomas Frank. They had everything in their hand and they still managed to let it slip. Um, bottle jobs. Spurs, no trophies this season.
yeah.
12th. Everton, I think Moisey will push them up a bit. I think Grealish is a great signing for them if he can stay fit, and I think Moyes will give him the time and space to do what he wants. And Dye is a really good player as well. I think Everton will be able to push up this season. They've still got Pickford. I reckon he'll get some clean sheets, 1-0 wins here and there, doing what they do best. Number 10th, number 9th, I've gone for Bournemouth and Brighton. Um, Bournemouth have lost a lot. Kirkes and Hosen, for example, but they still have a great attack.
So another
Semenyo,
team has been
Cliver,
decimated in the transfer window.
yeah, they have. But I still think they've got a great manager. The fans are behind them. They've got a
Yeah.
good feeling to them. I don't think that they could be lower than 10th. I could easily see that happening, but I've gone for 10th for Bournemouth, and same with number 9, Brighton. They've Brighton have really impressed over the last few years in the Premier League. Consistent. They've got a great young coach. I think they'll come 9th. Then I've gone for Palace in number 8. I think they need to keep Guehi or Eze or both of them if they can. I think this is more based on them staying. If they lose them, which it looks like it's going to happen, I reckon they could fall down 4 or 5 spaces from there. But I think they have a good feeling with them. They've got a good setup
Mm.
under Glasner.
They've got
He's an ambitious coach.
yeah, they've got European football this season as well, so they
Yeah,
should struggle with the league.
yeah,
Playing
that could
Thursday,
hurt them.
Sunday, it's
That could
tough.
hurt
They
them.
haven't got
Yeah.
depth, not a lot. So yeah.
If I'm Eze, I would rather be staying at Palace one more season than go to Spurs. If I'm Eze, um,
Well, yeah,
but
we all know how you feel about Spurs, putting them 12th. So yeah. And then into
yes,
your top
um,
seven
top 7. So I reckon United
European
will get European
places.
football. Yeah, they'll get. I think this will be a Europa League spot. It should be. It depends on the coefficients, but I think 7th will be Europa League. And I think, yeah, they'll improve last season. They've got good signings, Premier League proven in Cunha and Mbeumo. Um, Not so sure about the number 9 position in Sesko. Is it Hoyland looks like he might leave as well. We'll see. But I think they will improve a lot this season. But I can't see them doing any higher than 7th. Then I've done Newcastle and Villa. I think that's standard now. They've had a great few years. I think they'll get points on the board. Villa are still a tough team to beat. Same with Newcastle, and they'll be consistent. And finally, the top 4. Yeah, I think Liverpool spent heavy. I think if Kanata's in his last year of the contract, Salah might be. He'll probably stay this year, but there's always rumors of him going. He's getting older. He had a great season last season, but he's getting older. Luis Diaz is gone. Nunes is gone, which I think is a good move for them.
Yeah,
I wasn't
that
a big
shouldn't
fan
hurt
of him.
them too much. Yeah.
No, but Trent's gone. I
Mm.
think I like Frimpong, but he's very attacking. I don't know how they'll cope with that. Um, Kirk is another good signing, so we'll see. But I think this season they'll get found out a bit. I think last season they were unbelievable, but I think this season some teams will start finding out about Slot. Going for Arsenal in third. Um, it's really tough to do the top 3 spaces. Really, I think Gyökeres will improve them a lot. For me, they've got the best defense in the league. Um, I would say that, especially in Saliba and Gabriel, they're really world class centre backs. But I just don't think that Arteta has enough, or Arsenal have enough to push above anymore. They've been finishing second and third a lot. I don't think they'll have enough to do a title charge. Second, I've gone for Man City. They've had a great transfer window. they got deals done right at the beginning of the window. I think Renders will be a good signing. Cherkez, uh,
Cherky.
Turkey, sorry, my bad. I think they'll impress. I think Haaland's going to be back. I think he'll be the top scorer this season. Yeah, I think they'll be steady, and it will go to the last couple games. But I think in the end, it's going to be Chelsea's title.
Do you, mate? Do you
I
believe
think,
that?
I think our attacking threat. If we look, Colwell's out for a while, so we're going to get a centre back. If we can get a Kanate, for example, which is not impossible, I think we can really push forward in the league. I think Cole Palmer's going to have an unbelievable season.
You think Robert
I
Sanchez is a league-winning keeper?
It's a worry, but I think we have it in us, as he showed against PSG. As he showed against PSG, I think.
Oh yeah, well done, mate. World champions. A load of
I still think
bollocks.
we have the squad, the depth, to push forward for a title charge. So Chelsea to win the Premier League. Come on, boys.
That's shit, mate. Now pull up the real league table now.
All right, now we're going to move
And
on to yours.
I could tell the people how it's going to really pan out. Lay your eyes on that, everyone. Just drink it in for a minute.
Breathe it in deep.
Oh yeah. No, so going down Sunderland, too many signings. Their team wasn't at the level last season. They've sort of panicked in the window, I think, and tried to buy everyone they possibly can. I think Xhaka's a good signing. I think Adingra's a great signing, but I don't think they'll gel. I don't think they'll have enough. Wolves, similar to what you said, they've lost Cunha, Ait Nuri. I do like their manager, but I think it's their time. I think the replacements like Arias and whoever they bought a left back, Wolf or Wolfie, whatever his name is, I'm not going to do it. I've put Leeds 18th. I don't think they've been strong enough in the window. Sean Longstaff's fine, but is he going to do the business? No. Burnley 17th, mate. They're going to do it. They're going to break the cycle of promoted clubs who can't stay up. It's been however fucking long now. Scotty Parker, this is his third attempt in the Prem, I believe. I think they've bought Smart, they've bought Marcus Edwards, bought Brozier up top, Chukwu in the middle, Carl Walker left right back, Hartman at left back, good player from the Dutch league.
Yeah.
They were strong defensively last season. I think Scotty Parker's going to do it. It's my sneaky pick. Two West London clubs after them, Brentford and Fulham. Like you said, mate, Brentford have just lost too much. I don't think they'll go down. I think they're a smart club. I think they'll be
Yeah.
safe. Fulham 15th. It's just I put them
Fulham.
like yeah, it's just Fulham,
Fulham.
isn't it? They'll be fine. I don't think they'll inspire much. Bournemouth 14th. They've been decimated in the transfer window, haven't they? Lost four of their back five. Kerkez, Huijsen, Zabani, Kepa. They've replaced some. They've brought in Truffert, left back. They've signed one or two centre backs who seem decent enough. But getting that to work at the standard it was last season, I think will be tough. But again, great manager. They'll be fine. Forest 13th. I think you had him 13th.
I think I did. Yeah.
They're going to drop off from last season. They massively overperformed. They're still a good, solid team. I think defensively very strong. They've also got Europe now, so balancing that is going to be tough. I think Nuno is at risk. I think if they're not top half of the table early on, he could get the sack. Now, your pick for 17th, my club, West Ham, I've got them in 12th. I think Graham Potter's gonna start building his foundations this season. He's gonna cook.
Not convinced. Not convinced. Not convinced.
I'm not sure about the 5-3-2 formation we're playing, but I think Bowen and Fulkrug have good link up top. I do like the wing backs, Wan-Bissaka and Diouf. I think Diouf's going to be a good signing. The midfield is our weak point. We still need to sign at least one midfielder. We've been linked with Harvey Elliott. We've been linked with Jacob Ramsey. Doesn't look like they're going to happen. I can't remember who our next target for centre midfield was. I don't care. We just need to sign at least one centre midfielder. I think Freddie Potts could have a breakout season for us though in the middle. And Paquetá is going to be renewed, mate. After these betting charges have been cleared, I think you're going to see a new Paquetá.
Could do.
They,
I mean, you need him to perform. I think you need him to
yeah,
perform.
we absolutely do. Yeah, no, if he doesn't perform, we're fucked. Everton 11th, similar reasons for you said, mate. Moyes knows how to build a solid team, defensively strong. Grealish is a good signing, and Jai's good. Yeah,
It's
I don't
nice to
think they'll
see
push for
Moisey in
Europe.
Everton.
Yeah,
Back
mate,
to back to
it's
the Barclays days, you
proper
know.
Barclays,
Yeah.
and I think there'll be more of that from them this season. Top half, Palace 10th. As you said, that's very dependent on transfers. If Eze and Gahey go, I could almost swap them or drop them 3 places into 13th and move the others up one. We'll have to wait and see. And I also think they'll struggle with Europe. Brighton 9th, they're just a good club, good team. They've lost Joao Pedro, but I don't think it will hurt them much. I don't think they'll get Europe, but I think they'll be strong. I think De Kuyper's a good sign in left back.
They're good at replacing people, Brighton.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Newcastle 8th, I think they're going to drop off. I think Isak, he's throwing the toys out of the pram. They've not replaced him. If they do, is it going to be Wissa? Is it going to be uh, God knows? Like, are they going to make a late move for Calvert-Lewin? Although he's going Leeds now, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he's gone to Leeds.
Yeah, which is a good signing for them, to be fair. So
Yeah.
doesn't change them going down, in my opinion.
No.
But yeah, Newcastle, they struggle with Europe as well, Champions League football. I think they're going to struggle in the league.
Yeah,
Got
I forgot about that.
yeah,
Forgot about
got Villa 7th. It almost feels like Emery's taking them as far as he can in the league. I
that.
think they're losing Jacob Ramsey, who's a good homegrown player. It's not the kind of player you want to be losing. They've lost Rashford, lost Asensio. Uh, Again, I rate Emery so highly. I think he will keep them in Europe, but and they'll do well in Europa League. They could go deep into Europa League.
Do you reckon they
That will
could win
hurt
it?
They could.
Yeah.
Emery in Europa League, mate, you know what you're getting.
His record there is
Um,
immaculate.
Incredible. So,
Yeah.
and the later on in the Europa League they get, later on in the Premier League, they will suffer. I think Spurs 6th, which is half of where you predicted.
That's ambitious, mate. That's ambitious.
Yeah, I think Thomas Frank's a very good manager. I think they're smart. They're signing smart
For me, it
players.
was
Hmm?
for me they were so low because the fitness of Romero and Van der Ven. I think they can't stay fit, especially Van der Ven. He really struggles, and I know that he was vital to the way Postecoglou played. I just don't think they have enough replacements in that area, and I don't think they have enough going forward as well. I don't think you can rely on Richarlison just as a striker.
They got
You
Solanke.
know,
I
I
think
don't think
Solanke's going to have a big season.
Solanke
I rate
again.
him. World Cup year, he's going to be pushing for that England squad because
That's
he's.
true. I can't see.
I'd put him as like our third best striker, unless I'm missing someone obvious. You've got Kane, Watkins, and Solanke. I
I think I
Ivan
don't believe. I
Toney
don't think so.
in Saudi. I think Solanke's going to
Yeah,
have a good big like a big season. And I think Kudus is a smart player, although he was shit for West Ham last year. João Palhinha is a top signing, top. And if they get Eze, then they could cook. I don't see them going too deep in Champions League either, so they should be able to focus on the Prem later on. In 5th, I've got Man United. I think no European football is going to help them a lot, and Amorim will be able to coach that team the way he needs to and have them playing the way he wants them to. And I think having that week to prepare for every Premier League game is going to be big for them. I think they've signed smart in terms of Premier League experience. Cunha and Buemo. Sesko up top is the unknown. He's young. He's powerful. I I don't know if he's going to smash it, but I think he'll do all right. Um, and yeah, I think Dorgu, Amad Diallo as the wing backs are going to perform well. I think they've got a good team, a decent team. Top four, Chelsea 4th, the world champs. I think you're not ready to challenge for the league yet. Could prove me wrong, but Cole Palmer's going to have a standout season. Colwill injury's big.
yeah.
Goalkeeper's
That's a
not
big
good
loss.
enough.
Big loss,
Yeah.
Cole.
Goalkeeper's not good enough. I think fourth would be a good season for you. In third, I've got Liverpool. I Everyone thinks they're going to do it again. I think there's been too much change, especially for a team that won the league. You want to try and keep that squad together. Signing so many players, Kirkes Frimpong, Wirtz, Ekitike, maybe even Isak. I think they'll score a lot of goals, but at the back they'll be a bit shaky. I think those fullbacks are both very attacking. Um,
Yeah,
and
they've
even
spent
in
big,
their
Liverpool.
DM, they need to sign a DM. I think Gravenberch is great, but if he gets injured, Endo Endo's not going to do it. McAllister's not physical enough, and I could see them really pushing for Champions League if they go deeper. I could see them prioritizing that. City second,
Fair enough.
City second, and Arsenal to win the league. I think City are also a team in transition. A lot of new signings. I think they're changing the way they play. I think Reinders will be very good for them. Rodgers is now injured for the first month. Right back's a real weak spot for Man City. I think Matheus Nunes is going to be playing that. I uh
Yeah,
I can't think of who else they've got. Um
yeah. I don't know
Haaland,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
Haaland will be back at it, scoring the goals, but I just don't think they have enough. And I think Arsenal
Yeah,
will. I think this is it.
I think. Do you think Gyökeres just is the missing piece?
Not even. I think he'll do well. I don't think it's all about him. I think Liverpool and City are both going through massive change, and Arsenal have that stability. They've got the defensive structure as well, a proper back four and depth.
They
They've
do.
got they've got Saliba, Gabriel. They've got players who can fill in, Calafiori, Ben White. The fullbacks are strong, Timber, Miles Skelly, and the Calafiori fills in, Ben White. I think they're a strong team. And I think
Yeah.
between Gyökeres and Havertz, they'll get the goals of a Haaland or a Salah.
I do worry about Gyökeres just coming in and being a monster. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
I I
He's
don't
not the
know.
most suited to the way they play. I know he's better in transition, but he can finish and he can move in the box. So if they can, all
Yeah.
they need to do is give him the ball in the box, and I think he'll put it in the back of the net. And yeah, to be honest, for me, it's about that stability, about that structure. I think in the midfield, Zubimendi's a great signing. It allows Declan Rice to push forward and Odegaard. I
Yeah.
Declan Rice needs to be playing every game for that team, in my opinion. Saka has to stay fit.
Mm.
Madueke's a good signing for depth wise, but left wing is a slight weak spot for Arsenal. But I don't know. I
Trossard's
think
gone, hasn't he? Trossard's gone, right?
he's still there, but he's
Still
apparently going
there?
to leave.
Yeah, I think he's gonna leave.
But yeah,
They were linked with Rodrigo. I think if he went the league, you could hand it to Arsenal maybe, but I
uh,
don't see him leaving. I don't see him leaving.
in my opinion, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would have preferred a Rodrigo instead of Madueke and Gyökeres.
For sure. Well,
But
they need a striker. You can't rely on Havertz. You
yeah,
can't rely on Havertz.
it's fair.
But imagine a
So
front three of Rodrigo, Saka, and Gyökeres. That's scary.
yeah, they would be cooking
That's
then.
scary.
But yeah, that is my
Oh
table,
yeah,
guys. That's
that's our
the real Premier League table.
that's our predictions.